Hey! I just hope it is on Facebook though. It says Facebook. Hello, everybody. I do hope that we are actually on Facebook Live. We had a bit of a hiccup. We had a hiccup because I thought I was being clever by scheduling this broadcast earlier in the week, and apparently you're not allowed to do that. I did not know that.
Okay.
So we've just had to very hurriedly schedule another one. It doesn't say we can have any comments here either. Does it? Facebook.
Maybe somebody would comment if they can hear it.
If you can see this, it is public. I am public. Oh, look! We've got a comment. Hooray!
Hello! Well done, you.
Yeah. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Sarah. Oh,
that's so clever, isn't it?
What a relief. Oh, I hope you can hear us and see us. Hello, Caroline's on. Oh, that's brilliant. Hello, how lovely to see you all. So, some of you will not know my special guest who I have here with me today. This is Vivian.
Hi.
And Caroline, you know Vivian, don't you? Hello, Fiona. So, lovely to have you all with us today. This is my first time using StreamYard as a host, and the reason I've done that is because on the phone I have had countless issues of trying to phone sideways, and we would not have fitted on horizontally together. There you are.
So here we are. Hi, Fiona.
Saying hi. I've been telling Vivian about you and your poetry hour.
Yeah, I'll have to log into that one.
Wednesdays at 7, Fiona Hooper. Yeah,
right.
Very good, yeah.
Oh. And we both know Caroline because we've been in pantomimes with Caroline.
Exactly. This is how we know each other.
What were you in the first one?
The first pantomime I was ever in, I was Stella the Salt Cellar. I was that kind of character that comes on at the beginning of each act and has a huge spiel and then doesn't do anything else. And what were you?
I think I was the Liverpudlian fairy, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. Yes, that was a great part, wasn't it?
It was great fun. You just come on with your wand, and I might have been a fairy godmother by then because I was, the years were going on.
Yeah. No, I thought you were. I'm sure you were very.
Was it just a fairy? Was it?
Oh, right. Yeah. Lovely dress you had.
Lots of tinsel.
Okay, so that's basically how we know each other. But the reason I've invited Vivian to join me in my live today is because she's my most recent house portrait client. And I have her house portrait over there, but she hasn't seen it yet. But it's got quite a story to it. So we're going to be telling you that story in chat and song. Caroline, yes, you were. You were always a hero. You were the woodcutter in the woodman in was it the wolf, Red Riding
Hood.
Guess what I was? Yeah.
I think I was fairy again.
I think you got typecast. I got typecast as I always played the animals.
Ah.
Yeah, the character parts. I didn't have a face for the head heroine.
Oh, Wendy and Peter Pan. It's a whole panto club here, isn't it?
Hello, Claire from the bird.
Oh, Claire. Oh, you must hear the story about Claire. Now, Claire stepped in nobly when somebody had to drop out of the panto with, I think, 2 weeks. Was it, Claire? 2 weeks notice
to go learn the whole part of a crow. And then while she was there one night rehearsing, some nice little tow rag sneaked into the church foyer, stole her handbag and her car keys, and went off with her car.
Horrendous.
That's what you get for no good deed goes unpunished, does it? Hi, Kendra. Kendra's a potter. She's amazing stuff she does.
That's a really creative gang on here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We are. And Rebecca works with me at Liberty Tea Rooms.
Oh, right. Hi, Rebecca.
So there's a real plethora of support here today. So let's see what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this house portrait. Would you like to tell us which house it's about?
Do you want to show the seafront?
Yes,
kind of thing?
yeah. And where it is.
Yes, so this house is in Deal. And I've got a picture here that my family bought for my big birthday last year. There's a lot in my family. And I'm going the wrong way again, Rosie, aren't I? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, because we swap places.
That's right. And you can see the old houses here on Deal's seafront. And the house that Rosie's painted is one that would be backed onto one of these, so it'd be running parallel with the seafront. And these are old sort of smugglers' haunts and all sorts of. If you look up Deal, Kent, near Dover, you'll see all sorts of terrible quotes about what a terrible place Deal is in history, and how people couldn't wait to get out of it. But this is rather a nice conservation area. Oh, no, you haven't.
Yes, you have.
So anyway, this is really.
Lenka's here.
Hi, Lenka.
Hi, Lane.
This is Lenka can tell you about Deal. She's a big fan of Deal now. She's been there twice this summer.
Oh, lovely. Well,
so
where was they?
Yeah. So yeah, go to Deal. It's wonderful. I think I'm actually here for the tourist board, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But, anyway, so it's
getting a cut.
It's the house that my mum was born in, and she often takes us on little trips down Middle Street in Deal to see the houses there. Oh, I didn't tell you about.
Thank you, David.
There's oh no, they're not, David.
Oh no, they're not.
And what she did tell us about down Middle Street as well, because they lived down there in the war. There was a big kind of hall down there called Feed My Lambs, and everybody of my mum's kind of age knows this Feed My Lambs place, because in the war you used to be able to go there and get a cheap meal when food was a little bit scarce, kind of thing. And that's on Middle Street as well. So if you ever go there, go and look for that as well as my mum's house. I think I saw that when I was on Google Maps having a look up and down.
Yeah, a hall down there. Yeah.
Right, so I'll put that out.
That is a beautiful painting. Don't let the cat scratch.
Let's put it on.
So we have a photograph of the house as it is now. If this works. So I'm going to share the screen to show you the first house. And oh yeah, it's still there, thank goodness.
Yeah,
there
lovely.
We go. So here we are.
That's it. Yes.
So if you just explain, is it the whole of that white house?
No, so it's the door, and it's kind of like moving towards the middle of it. So the first two windows, and then Mum can't remember whether there was a thing in the roof or not.
And if it was, whether it belonged to her or not.
Exactly, yeah, because it looks like it's part of these attics.
Yeah.
So. Oh, actually, that's a really funny thing about the attics.
Oh, yeah.
Because the attics, a lot of them are joined together still.
Yeah.
And my sister went to visit a friend of hers from school who lived in one of these houses, and she was like up in the bedroom just playing with whatever, and she heard these footsteps above. And the girl who lived in the house just said, "Oh, that's all right. It's just one of the neighbours coming through." So they can go all the way along in the attics in some of these houses.
I think my old house in Gaddesden Road was like that.
Oh, really?
They had attempted to brick them up.
Oh, right.
You could see people through if they came up.
Goodness me.
Right, we better pull ourselves in a bit, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, yeah, you live and learn. So, okay, so just to tell everybody, well, I couldn't just paint it like this, could I?
Oh, no, because actually what inspired all this was that as a family, we were able to go on holiday just a few doors down from this, in this area, and it was a house that was all brick. And when we asked Mum about the white house that she was born in, she said, no, none of them were painted. They were all brick. And she said it wasn't all smart like this. It was all a bit kind of bombed out and everything on the south coast in the war. So. Yeah, was that it about the?
Yeah. So I'm going to show you. I'll show you a picture of that in a moment. But we're going to do the first couple of verses of my song, and then because it tells the story as we go along. So if I just stop staring for a minute, there we go. So because I always have to write a song, don't I? So this is the story of 94 Middle Street, and Vivian's mum is going to get the words as well as the painting.
Brilliant. Bonus.
Yeah. When you book a house portrait from one, the process is designed to be fun.
It was.
You decide on the view that is special to you for a painting that's second to none. So here was an example for you of a portrait I was asked to do, of a house down in Deal, of historic appeal, and that was the client's chosen view. La la one like it. So let's show you the next picture, which shows you the kind of covering the house, or the bricks that the house would have had. So this is
that's it.
That's one of the other houses that was.
Yeah, that's one we stayed in. And Mum was very excited to come and see it. She couldn't manage to get up the stairs, bless her, but she wanted to see the front room to see if it reminded her of when they were little.
And did it?
It did. It brought back all sorts of funny stories. This is when she started telling us all about so it was her grandma's house, and she said we used to just come home, the family used to just come home, and grandma would say something like, oh, I've just been round looking in the other houses and there's an empty one down the street, I think we'll move into that one. And I don't know how many houses she lived in, but she apparently lived in loads of houses around this area.
So how come they were all empty for people to wander in?
Oh, because people had moved away from the south coast because of the war, so it was because the beach was all dried up and mined. Yeah, because people always ask my mum, why can you not swim when you lived and grew up by the sea? And she says, well, we couldn't go in because it was all mined while we were kids. And all sorts of funny stories started coming back. So she said wherever grandma went to a new house, she would set up shop. So this front room that my nana was busy giving birth in would also have had a shop in it as well.
Not at the same time,
hopefully no customers. But and then Mum started telling us, because we started asking about so who owned these houses then? She said, I don't know. So we said, well, who owned the house that you were born in? Oh, she said that was Donkey Drew. What? Donkey Drew? Why would they call him Donkey Drew? And she said, because he had donkeys, of course.
By the seaside.
By the seaside, he had donkeys. So I said, where did he keep them? Oh, just in the backyard. And I mean, these houses don't have big gardens. So, I mean, I just can't imagine what it must have been like.
Yeah. And we noticed that there's no alleyway either. So we would have to get in and
out. Did he take them through the living room?
Through the living room.
Oh, dear. And then you liked the light in this one, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it looked very cosy. And I asked Viv, like, what time her mum gave birth. Her grandma gave birth to her mum. And it was sort of in the late afternoon in December, so obviously it would have been dark by then. So I thought, let's go for a kind of late evening, nighttime effect to give that really sort of Christmassy vibe. So because it's a Christmas present, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So so that's what we decided to do. Anyway, yes, I'll show you. I don't think, no, did I draw? I don't want to put that one up yet, do I? Because it'll give the next bit away.
Yes, yeah.
So I will do the second verse to this bit. Here you go. But it's a gift for her mother, you know, who was born in the house long ago. And although it was white, so clean and bright, it did not always used to be so. Back then the old bricks were exposed. Something more like this, we supposed. So she asked if I tried, did I think that I could paint it as once it reposed? La, 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 la. I'm Rosie at only one like it.
Oh. And did you think you could?
I thought I could. Never had tried it before. I thought I'd have a go. But let's just stop sharing for a minute, because just as I was going to start...
Sorry, Lincoln's suggesting we all move there.
Yay, let's all move there. Oh, hello, Maria. Nice to have you with us. Excellent. So I was about to start on the painting, and then Vivian mentioned one other thing that had been going on while her mother was giving birth.
Yes. So this sort of adds to the whole romance of the tale. So because the birthday was in December, not only was my nana very busy pushing hard inside, outside the Salvation Army band was playing.
Yeah,
so
as they do.
Mum has this story that this is the house she was born in, and while she was being born, the Salvation Army band were playing Christmas carols
outside. And
we wondered if it was possible to put a Salvation Army band in.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Don't be too demanding a client here.
So here comes the next bit. But there's just one more thing she did say. At the time of Mum's birth on that day, the Sally Army Band were right close at hand, as into the world she made her way. So first I made a pencil drawing of the house today, which wasn't boring. Then I painted the bricks in a reddish-brown mix. It began to look rather alluring. Let's have a look at that then. Let's have a look at the first kind of thing I sent to Vivian as the progress report.
This is exciting for me to see this again, because this was the first time that I there was a pencil one, wasn't there?
Oh, did we forget the pencil one? Oh no.
It was the first time that I got an idea of actually what was in Rosie's head about it, because I knew what I'd got in my head.
And I completely blew it, didn't I?
And actually, it wasn't as I'd imagined it, but it blew my mind and was so much better. Because what I had imagined that Rosie would do would be to take the house and do it straight on and then just blur out the rest of it. So I was absolutely thrilled with this. And then you can see in this the people bringing the whole street to life as well. You did a bit of research on Salvation Army bands at the time.
Yes, we had a lot of photographs of Salvation Army bands. And then I tried to find some in the dark and all the different stages of the uniform. But I tried to go for the old-fashioned ones. And then, okay, so let's go back to the other one. There we go. So there we are.
That's right. This is when you started adding colour, wasn't it?
So yes, we still were toying with the idea of blending out the edges, but I soon realised I didn't fancy that idea. So eventually, the stuff on the left, that sort of dark brown blur, did actually just become a dark brown brick. And in the end, I ended up extending the houses right to the very right of the page as well, so that we could light up the band in front of them. Otherwise, it would look weird with no real background behind them. And then we had to decide on the night sky, didn't we?
Oh, yes. So I had to do a little surreptitious phone call to Mum, because you gave me choices of different skies, didn't you?
Yes. Snowy, grey.
So I had to just slip into the conversation. You know, Mum, when the Salvation Army band were playing outside the window when you were born, was it snowing? No, she said, not that I've had. Oh. So that helped that decision, didn't it?
So then we went to, this would be the next one. So here you can see the sky's been put in, still haven't blended in the bricks yet. If you look at the bricks, there's all different browns and yellow, ochre, and that's how I tend to do my houses with bricks now. I don't paint individual bricks first and then put a wash over. That's how I started doing them a year ago, and it's very time consuming. This is much more easy to do. But it is just as effective, probably more effective actually.
And in this one, you've got like the two light sources as well, haven't you?
Right,
coming out of the window and the lantern.
The gentleman's holding a lantern, and also the window's lit. And I tried to blend the two light sources so they came together in one pool. And then we'll let's move on. There's one more, I think, before the actual painting, which I don't want to show you yet. I'm keeping it as suspense. There's just one more, and that would be, which one was it? Which one was it? Have I showed you that one already? I think this one. Yeah, this one's.
Oh yes, that's got more.
Yeah, that's got the light in the window above, and then the lights have come on down the street as well. Got all the instruments in here.
Yeah, we've got a little cornet at the back there with the guy next to the bass drum and a good old tambourine.
Of course, Vivian and I have history on this as well, don't we? Okay, maybe at the end, but we used to both play in military.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah.
You were in the.
I was in the Salvation Army band playing the tenor horn,
and I was in the Girls Brigade band playing the bass drum and the snare drum, but not both at the same time. Right, well, I'm not showing her the last picture because that is her painting. So that's going to be done live on air. She doesn't like it. Okay, so here's the last bit of the song. The sky was a dark navy blue, with the moon and the stars in there too. And the band in the street played their carols to greet the new baby that popped into view. So I painted this scene of great joy for Vivian's mum to enjoy. And so now it's time to hand it over to you. And my skills I can now redeploy. La, 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 la. I'm Rosie at Only One Like It. Yay! Right. The moment is
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, we haven't rehearsed this either, by the way.
No, promise. So just mind, that top part is sticky, so I'm going to let you pull it out.
Oh my goodness, this is the real thing, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, I don't want to show you. I want to just soak it all in myself. Oh my goodness, Rosie. Oh goodness. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, am I holding it right?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Look at the shadows of the people in the band. You can hear it, can't you? Silent night. Oh yes.
As we should have gone for the Christmas look.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she's gonna love it, and she knows nothing about it. But just look at all of these houses down the street. Oh, I guess that's better if I turn it that way, isn't it?
So, yeah.
They're
getting darker and darker.
I had no idea that Rosie was going to do all of those in it, and it's just, oh, thank you so much. It's just wonderful.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Is this where we take the tone down a bit?
Oh yes. Yes, Vivian has a little little treat for you today.
Or do you want to tell them more about the painting stuff? Or do you want to do that?
Do that. Actually, I should have done that at the beginning.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
Do that first.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that was the point of the live, really, is to take you through the process of getting a house portrait with me, or a building portrait. It doesn't have to be a house. As many of you have seen on Facebook, I've been painting the St. Paul's Cathedral, and that one is ready to go, all finished. So I have two very important things to tell you or ask you or say about. The first one is that I have a newsletter, and Vivian subscribes to it.
I do, and I encourage you to subscribe to it too as well if you want colour and fun in your news feed.
Thank you. Yes, and basically it is, I share some of my art with you. I share happy photographs, really lovely photographs of things in nature that might have inspired me, or beautiful buildings or places we've been that have inspired me. Yeah, it's just a happy read, and sometimes there's a special offer in there, but there is absolutely no spamming. I do not put pressure on anybody to buy anything, but if there may be things that you might be interested in, or you can pass on if you think someone else might be interested in. But anyway, all you need to do, if you'd like to sign up to my newsletter, quite a few people on here already have, then just Facebook message me your email address, or if you already have my email address, just say, "Hi Rosie, I want to be on your newsletter," and you already have my email address. And then because it's not a normal email, it comes from something called MailChimp, because it lets you put lots of pictures in and they look nice like that. Yeah, lots of people on here actually are already signed up. So yeah, tell your friends.
Oh, you've got some lovely comments here as well about your painting.
Ladies, that's thank you, Sarah. Thank you,
It is fantastic.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Rebecca.
Totally brilliant.
So yes, please do sign up. And the number two is because I'm coming up to probably not doing too many more house portraits before Christmas, because I've still got 2 to do. I am having a special offer where if you order one for next year before Christmas Day, you get it at this year's price, And my prices will be going up from Christmas Day. At the moment, I charge about between £7.50 and £8 per linear inch. That sounds very technical, but all it is it's how big the painting is in inches. Don't know why we use inches, a bit old-fashioned, but apparently that's what we do. Yeah, so length, add the width, not times. So at length, add the width. Divide that by times that by, say, 8, and that would give you the price of the painting. Okay, sometimes there are special offers where it's less than that if you're feeling lucky. So anyway, yeah, so that is the second thing. If you'd like to order a house portrait for next May, if you do it before Christmas, you get it at and pay your deposit, you get it at this year's price.
And it's really an exciting process. It really is.
Oh,
I can't believe that finished painting.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent. So I know some people are having to hop off, but you need to stay for this. I know she said she was in the Sally Army band.
This is one of my lesser known skills, chaps.
Right. This is not tambourine in the normal way.
So thankfully Rosie had a tambourine at her house here. And if this was a Salvation Army tambourine, it would have yellow, red and blue ribbons on it as well. And then, shall I just show them a couple of moves?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got some great moves in the Salvation Army. We've got one that's called cricket stunts that goes like this. So if you paint a cricket stump as you go, we've got ones that go round, and Rosie's going to learn a straightforward one.
Teach me an easy one.
And we're going to bash into each other, aren't we?
Oh, yes. I'm lefty, she's a righty.
So this one, this is just one little move here. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just simple. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You do the whole diamond one.
There we go. What an expert.
Little added extra there tonight.
Extra. Oh yes. And I think she's had a chance to show off. I'm going to show this off because I know I mentioned it. But this here. Da, da, da.
Oh my goodness me. Look at this.
This is the finished St. Paul's, which many of you have seen, just to prove it really does exist and it really is a painting. Remember the little tiny people? No, I'm doing it now. Tiny people. They are less than a centimetre tall.
That's absolutely beautiful. I love all the shadow.
So anyway, tomorrow I am going to get this scanned by a proper scanner, and then there will be prints available. So if anybody loves St. Paul's or knows anyone who worked by St. Paul's and might like a print, then I will be offering those at some point in the near future.
Are they available for Christmas?
Yeah, they probably will be. I'll have to ask the man tomorrow and see what he says. So yes, that's a possibility. It all depends how much work he's got on, I guess, isn't it? Perhaps next Christmas. Anyway, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed our little entertainment this afternoon and our first entry into what do you call this? StreamYard.
You've seen Claire Long's messages.
Oh, that tenor horn.
She knows my tenor horn of years gone by.
She heard. Well, she was in it as well, was she?
No, we were at college together.
Oh, that's nice, then, Colette. Woo, beautiful. So happy for you. That's lovely. That's fantastic. Thank you, Sarah.
It really is
really
fantastic.
Fab picture, ladies. What skill, says Claire. Brilliant, Rosie, says Rebecca. That's lovely of you all. Thank you very much for joining us all. And we've had a great time doing this. It's going to be really boring next week being on my own again. Can you come again?
Oh,
maybe I'll get some Paul's lady to come.
Yeah.
That's a commission as well. Okay. Better not keep you anymore. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. And yeah. Oh, I needed on Friday afternoon. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Lenka. We need to get together. We need to organise our our little get together we were talking about. Yeah, Waffle House. Yum.
Nice.
Okay, everybody.
Bye.
We're going to say goodbye now.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. yeah, huge thank you to my
Oh,
wonderful
oh.
guest, by the way. I'm not used to doing this. I'm usually someone else's guest, aren't I, Fiona Hooper?
She's cooked an amazing dinner for me as well.
Yeah, I've just made her a vegan dinner. So I'm hoping I haven't put anything in I shouldn't have, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. Okay, so bye-bye. Thanks.
Caroline would like
that.
Caroline would like that.
I'm going to end the broadcast. So 1, 2, 3, bye.
Bye.